All right, well, welcome back to Friday Night Preview. We're actually going to be previewing Thursday night this week. Right. So the Gators take on tonight the Orange Beach Makos at Orange Beach at 7 o'clock. And so it's going to be a great game tonight. And so come out and support your Gators. Tell us a little bit about Thursday. It's Thursday night, and there's a good reason for that, so it's kind of exciting. So.
Yeah, I was contacted back, I guess it would have been in March, by the administration at Orange Beach, and they talked to us about moving the game on Thursday so that we could be the statewide television game of the week, meaning that the HA has picked our game against Orange Beach tonight to be played on all PBS, Alabama Public Television channels, all across the state of Alabama. So it's a great opportunity for us to show ourselves, not only as a football program, but our cheer, our band, our school, our community. I talked with the television announcer on Saturday about lunchtime, and where is Satsuma? And I said, we're in Mobile County. And oh, okay, Mobile County, and kind of told him a few things about us, our community, and what makes us special, and it's a chance for us to showcase Satsuma on a statewide level that we don't always get to do. And so it's a great opportunity, and so that's why it's a Thursday night and not a Friday night. It's one of those opportunities that don't come along very often. The last time I was on a statewide game of the week was in 2014, so that's 11 seasons ago. So they don't come around very often. A couple things about the venue. There's a new on-campus stadium that Orange Beach has built, and so if you traveled down 2 years ago, that was off campus. Well, this one is right there at they call it Orange Beach Middle High School. It's right there on campus, and so if you look at Satsuma High School Facebook page this morning, you'll see we'll have a graphic of like the map for parking and so on and so forth. But basically, once you get to Orange Beach, get on Canal Road, which is that main road, you'll see Orange Beach Middle and High School, and if you'll turn into the parking lot and drive in front of the school, that's where the parking is. It's all surrounded the school, more on the west side of the stadium. And the tickets are going to be $10, cash or GoFan. Parking is free. St. Michael's last week, they liked their parking very much, and this week's a little different. It's free. So, and from the looks of the map, there should be plenty of room to park. So, come out and support us, at the venue. And if you're not able to, being on a Thursday night, a school night, a work night, catch us on your local, PBS APT channel.
Well, Coach, tell us a little bit about last week's game and just recap that, and then tell us a little bit about tonight and what you're hoping to see tonight. So.
Last week we ran into a buzzsaw. That's what me and the television announcer spoke about on Saturday about lunchtime. And St. Michael's is the number 2 ranked team. It came out. Yesterday morning, the statewide rankings are still number 2, and they're everything that everybody says they are. The Gunner Rivers was on the money with every pass, and their defense played opportunistic, and it was a tough night for us. But we took our lumps and our bumps, and we learned from them, and corrected the mistakes in practice off film, and even out on the turf, and getting ready for Orange Beach on a short week. Looking at the rankings of our region, we're 4A Region 1, and so you have the Jackson Aggies is ranked number 1. You have St. Michael's Cardinals are ranked number 2, and Mobile Christian has finally creeped into the top 10. They're ranked number 10. So you've got 3 of our region opponents that are in the top 10, and 2 of those we happen to have already played. And so if you look at our 3 opponents that we've played, including Cottage Hill, and Cottage Hill is just outside of the top 10. Our 3 opponents are combined 11-0. And those teams are going to continue to win. They're very good football teams. Moving into Orange Beach, a lot different of a team we're playing tonight compared to what we've seen. Not as much speed on the field as what we've seen. They're going to be big up front, big and strong, not as much speed. They're 2-2 on the season. Their victories were against Alberta. That was the first game of the year. And then they played Citronelle the second game of the year and beat them in Citronelle in a close game. I can't remember the exact score, but maybe 17-15 or something within 2 or 3 points. And Citronelle had a few bad snaps and some fumbles here or there that kind of cost Citronelle the game. And then the past 2 weeks Orange Beach is played Bayside and lost pretty handily to Bayside, and then last week they played WS Neal, who was a very good WS Neal team. We'll see here in about 3 weeks, and lost pretty handily to them. So they're coming off 2 losses in a row to some pretty good football teams, and of course we've lost to 3 very good football teams so far. So you got a game on Thursday night, the statewide TV game of the week. 2 teams trying to get back on the good side of things. It's going to be a hard-hitting physical football game. It's going to be a battle of field position, and so special teams is going to be huge as far as being able to flip the field. As far as our punts are going to have to go far enough to get them backed up. You might even see me punt on the plus side of the 50 just to get them to back up, and hopefully they make some sort of a mistake. We capitalize on some kind of an opportunity either in the end zone for a touchdown or a safety or give us a short field. So it's going to be a tough physical football game tonight.
Well, Coach, this is your 4th year, and so this senior group that's come up, they've come up with you. You've seen them, from freshmen to now. Is there any, like, a couple of them maybe that have stood out that have really just transformed into great athletes? And
we got 12 seniors, and it's a mix of all types of kids. As far as some of them have come out as a senior for the first time. Cohen Hinton is coming out. First time playing football. He's playing wide receiver for us and is a really great kid from a great family. Works very hard and does everything that we ask. You got Braden Daniel, who's new to our school, transferred in at the end of last semester. And of course he's played football but is new to us, and he plays cornerback and started this past week against St. Michael for us. You've got Seth Palmer, who is been a 4-year starter on the offensive line, and this year he's a 2-way starter, meaning he starts on the offensive and defensive lines, and that's something that last year he didn't start on the D line, but he played a lot, and so that's something he's kind of grown into and have grown to accept that that's part of playing 4-way football. You play both ways. You've got Micah Sullivan, who's a 3-year starter that has taken on more of a role offensively. Has always been a defensive player, but against Mobile Christian had some big runs, and was able to. It actually was a touchdown pass that he gave to Evan Bell on the touchdown against Mobile Christian, because we toss it forward. It's actually statistically a pass, but he's really come on offensively. You got Parker Sales, who's a 4-year starter that has come a long way, and really, like you think about like a kid like Parker Sales, who is the hardest working kid on our team. You think about him. He's been a 3-year starter on the offensive line. He lost a little bit of weight. Put on a little bit of muscle, but lost some weight, and we moved him to H, and has done a tremendous job of blocking, and of course we've thrown him a pass here or there. But really it's taken on a really good role as far as being a blocker. But when I think of him, like some of the things that we as a school beyond football, I'm talking about just as an academic school, that we offer, some of our career tech education classes that we have is something that he's really taking advantage of. And so, it's bigger than just football, and Parker's one of those guys that has really done that. And so, I could go on, Dylan Ladner, who this is his 3rd year playing football. He did not play as a freshman. He came out as a sophomore, and worked his way into a backup role. And this is his 2nd year, being a starter. And so you have a whole group of kids that have seen, our facilities, change a lot. As far as our, what was called the field house when I showed up has been turned into a weight room. And so that building had a smaller weight room, had a coach's offices, had an equipment room, had a locker room, and all that's been gutted out. You got 18 racks, and every sport, male or female, that chooses to use that room has access to it. And of course the PE locker room's been renovated where there's a football section of it, and there are 8 showers in there, and so there's been a lot of changes, a lot of growth. And you think about this, we've had a tough go of it so far this year, but our junior class, has not had a losing season since they've been in high school. Now, of course, we've got to correct some things if they can say that again, but there's some things we've done in the past 4 years that we should be proud of. And so, really appreciate our senior class, a very hard-working group of kids.
Well, I know being a coach as well and being an athlete in high school as well, it's important. My cross-country coach was my 7th grade coach to my senior year, and I know how important that is to the kids and to have that stability in a coach. And so thank you for doing that and being there for them. So tonight, it's the Gators versus the Makos. So come out 7 o'clock. It'll be at Orange Beach, and so hope to see you there.
Hey guys, my name's Brent and I'm the pastor here at First Baptist Church of Satsuma. I just wanted to take a second and invite you to worship with us this Sunday at 10:45. We meet at 5600 Old Highway 43, and we'd love for you to come and be a part this Sunday and worship with us. If you're looking for a perfect church, we're not it. We're messy people who love Jesus, who love each other, and love this community. And we'd love for you to be a part of all the exciting things going on here. Hope to see you this Sunday. Have a great week.